The phone was ringing inside the heating vent. That's the detail I remember most clearly. Not the shock of finding it, not the sickening realization of what it meant. Just that sound. Muffled. Insistent. Coming from behind the metal grate in our bedroom wall at 2:30 in the morning. My husband Michael was asleep beside me. His phone, his real phone, was charging on the nightstand. So whose phone was hidden in our wall? And why? My name is Victoria Hayes. I'm 38 years old, and the moment I heard that phone ringing in the dark, I knew my marriage was built on lies. What I didn't know yet was how deep those lies went, or how many people were helping my husband hide them, or that discovering the truth would put my life in danger. Real danger. The kind where you wake up in a hospital bed and police officers ask if you remember who tried to kill you. Before I tell you what was on that phone, before I explain the bank accounts and the life insurance policies and the woman who looked exactly like me, I need you to do something. Hit that like button. Subscribe to this channel, because what I'm about to share will make you check your own partner's phone tonight. It'll make you question everything you think you know about the person sleeping next to you. Drop a comment if you've ever had that gut feeling that something was wrong, that instinct that everyone told you to ignore. Let me know I'm not alone. I'd suspected Michael was cheating for 6 months. Small things at first. New cologne. Gym memberships he never used. Late nights at the office that didn't match his calendar. Text messages that made him smile in a way I hadn't seen in years. But when I asked him about it, he'd laugh. Pull me close. Kiss my forehead. Vic, you're being paranoid. I love you. I would never do that to us. And I'd believe him, because after 12 years of marriage, I thought I knew him. I thought I knew who I was sleeping next to every night. The ringing started on March 3rd. I woke up to use the bathroom and heard it. Faint, rhythmic. I stood in the dark bedroom, holding my breath, trying to locate the sound. It was coming from the heating vent, the one on Michael's side of the bed. I knelt down, pressed my ear to the metal grate. The ringing was louder there. Definitely a phone. Someone was calling a phone that was hidden inside our bedroom wall. I looked at Michael. He was asleep, breathing deeply, completely still. The phone rang 6 times, then stopped. I waited. 5 minutes. 10. Then it started again. 6 rings. Silence. Then again, and again. Someone was desperately trying to reach whoever owned that phone, and Michael wasn't waking up, or he was pretending not to wake up. I went back to bed. Didn't sleep. Lay there in the dark, listening to that phone ring every 15 minutes until the sun came up. Michael's alarm went off at 6:30. He stretched, kissed my cheek, got in the shower. His normal morning routine. As if there wasn't a secret phone ringing in our wall all night. As if our entire marriage wasn't a lie. When he left for work, I grabbed a screwdriver from the garage, removed the heating vent cover, reached inside. My hand touched something smooth. Plastic. I pulled out a phone. An iPhone with a cracked screen and a bright pink case. Not Michael's style. He hated pink. Called it aggressively feminine. So why was he hiding a pink phone in our bedroom wall? The phone was locked. Password protected. I tried Michael's birthday, our anniversary, our daughter Emma's birthday. Nothing worked. I was about to give up when I noticed something. A sticker on the back of the case. A small heart with initials inside. MH plus VR, forever. MH, Michael Hayes. VR. Those weren't my initials. My maiden name was Victoria Clark, So, who was VR? I need to pause here. If you're watching this and your hands are shaking the way mine were in that moment, comment the word stranger below. Let me know you're with me. Hit subscribe. Because what I found next will show you that the person you think you know best might be the person you don't know at all. I took the phone to a repair shop downtown, told the technician I'd forgotten my password. He looked at me skeptically, but didn't ask questions. $200 later, the phone was unlocked. I sat in my car in the parking lot and opened it. The home screen photo made my blood run cold. It was Michael with a woman who looked wrong. She had my hair color, my height, similar build, but it wasn't me. She was wearing clothes I'd never owned, standing in a house I'd never been to, smiling at the camera like she belonged there. I opened the messages. The most recent conversation was with "My loves" with the heart emoji. "Where are you? I've been calling all night. Emma's asking for you. Please, come home." Emma, our daughter's name. But this woman was asking Michael to come home, to a different home, to a different life. A life where he was someone else's husband, someone else's father. I scrolled through months of messages, pictures of family dinners, birthday parties, a Christmas tree, videos of a little girl, maybe 5 years old, calling Michael daddy. A little girl who looked like Emma. Same dark curls, same dimples, same everything. Michael had another family, another wife, another daughter. And he'd been living two completely separate lives for years. The calendar app showed his schedule. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, our house. Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, the other house. Sunday, he alternated. He turned bigamy into a routine. A schedule. Color-coded and organized. I was his Monday, Wednesday, Friday wife. She was his Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday wife. And neither of us knew the other existed. I found her name in the contacts. Vanessa Richardson, VR, the woman on the sticker. I searched for her on social media. Her profile was private, but her profile picture confirmed it. She looked like me, not identical, but close enough that if you saw us separately, you might think we were the same person. Michael had married the same woman twice. Different names, different lives, but the same face, the same body, the same type. I should have confronted him immediately. I should have called the police, filed for divorce. But something stopped me. A text message I found from 2 weeks ago. The insurance is in place, 6 months from the policy date. That's when we can move forward with the plan. Insurance. Plan. I opened his email on the phone. Found the insurance policy, a life insurance policy for Vanessa Richardson. $2 million. Beneficiary, Michael Hayes. Policy date, October 1st. 6 months from October 1st was April 1st. 12 days away. I kept reading, found another policy. Same amount. Same company. For Victoria Hayes, me. Beneficiary, also Michael Hayes. Policy date, October 1st. He'd taken out identical life insurance policies on both of his wives on the same day. And based on that text message, he was planning to collect on at least one of them in 12 days. I drove to the address saved in the phone as home. A house in Riverside, 40 minutes from where we lived. I parked across the street and waited. At 3:15, a car pulled into the driveway. Vanessa got out, opened the back door, lifted out a little girl in a pink backpack. They went inside together, laughing, looking like a perfect family. looking exactly like Emma and me coming home from school every day. Michael had replicated his entire life. Same routines, same memories, same moments, just with two different families who didn't know about each other. I needed help, but I couldn't go to the police. Not yet. I needed to understand what Michael was planning first. I called my college roommate Diana, who'd become a private investigator, met her at a coffee shop, and showed her everything. The phone, the messages, the insurance policies. She didn't say anything for a long time, just stared at the screen, scrolling through Michael's double life. Finally, she looked up. "Victoria, this isn't just bigamy. This is a murder plot. And based on these policies and his messages, you might be the target." Comment. Danger if you're understanding what I'm realizing. Hit subscribe if you haven't already, because what Diana discovered next proved that my husband wasn't just living a double life, he was planning to end one of them. And I had less than 2 weeks to figure out if it was going to be mine. Diana ran a background check on Michael. What she found made me physically ill. Michael Hayes wasn't his real name. His birth name was Marcus Henderson. He'd legally changed it 12 years ago, right before he married me. But here's what made my blood run cold. He changed his name twice. Marcus Henderson became Michael Hayes in 2012. Then, in 2016, Marcus Henderson, using his original name again, married Vanessa Richardson. He'd created 2 separate legal identities, 2 social security numbers, 2 credit histories, 2 completely separate existences. How is that even possible? I asked Diana. She pulled up more records. Identity fraud. He used his brother's social security number to create the second identity. His brother died in a car accident in 2011. No one questioned it because they had the same last name, similar ages. Victoria, your husband is a professional con artist. And this isn't his first time. Diana showed me the evidence. Before he was Marcus Henderson or Michael Hayes, he was Mark Hudson, married to a woman named Veronica Hart in 2006. She died in a house fire in 2009. Life insurance payout, $1 million. Before that, he was Martin Harrison, married to a woman named Violet Reed in 2003. She died in a car accident in 2005. Life insurance payout, $800,000. My husband had killed at least 2 women before me, married them, insured them, then made their deaths look like accidents. And now he had 2 more wives, both insured for $2 million, both with policies that matured in 12 days. "We need to go to the police," Diana said. But I shook my head. The police will investigate. That takes time. If Michael realizes we know, he'll disappear, or he'll accelerate his plan. I need to catch him in the act. I need proof that will put him away forever. Diana stared at me. "Victoria, you're talking about using yourself as bait. This man has killed at least twice. If you're wrong about when he's planning to strike, you'll be dead before anyone can help you." I spent the next week pretending everything was normal. Michael came home Monday, Wednesday, Friday, kissed me hello, had dinner with Emma and me, helped with homework, went to bed beside me like he'd done for 12 years. And the whole time, I knew he was planning to kill me. I knew he'd done this before. I knew that every smile, every touch, every "I love you" was part of a performance, and I had to perform right back. Had to pretend I didn't know, had to act like the trusting wife he thought he'd married, while secretly preparing to take him down. Diana installed cameras throughout the house. Tiny ones. Michael wouldn't notice. She put a recording device in my purse, GPS tracker in my car. Taught me how to document everything without raising suspicion. You need evidence, she said. Video, audio, something that proves he's planning to kill you. Otherwise, it's just bigamy and fraud. He'll get a few years in prison, and then he'll be free to try again with someone else. March 28th, 4 days before the insurance policies matured. Michael came home from work early. He was carrying flowers and a bottle of wine. He never brought flowers on Wednesdays. I thought we could have a date night, he said, smiling. I'll make dinner. You relax. Take a bath. I'll handle everything. Something was wrong. He'd never offered to cook before. He'd never sent me to take a bath. He wanted me out of the kitchen. He wanted me away from the food. I went upstairs, but I didn't take a bath. I called Diana. He's cooking dinner. He's never cooked dinner. What do I do? Diana's voice was tense. Don't eat anything. Make an excuse. Say you're not feeling well. Say you already ate. Victoria, if he's making dinner, he's putting something in the food. This might be it. This might be the night he tries to kill you. I went back downstairs. Michael had set the table with candles, plated pasta with cream sauce, poured wine. It looked romantic. It looked like a husband trying to reconnect with his wife. But I'd seen the insurance policies. I'd seen the other wife. I'd seen the pattern of dead women with my face. This wasn't romance. This was murder disguised as marriage. I'm not feeling well, I said, touching my stomach. I think I'm coming down with something. Maybe just some toast? Michael's face flickered. Just for a second. Disappointment. Anger. Then the smile came back. Of course, baby. You should rest. I'll save this for tomorrow. Tomorrow. Thursday. His day at the other house. He was going to try again, but not with me. With Vanessa. I waited until Michael fell asleep. Then I took the pasta and wine, put them in bags, drove to a 24-hour lab that Diana had arranged. The results came back at 4 in the morning. Antifreeze in the cream sauce. Rohypnol in the wine. Enough to kill me slowly. Painfully. It would have looked like organ failure. Natural causes. Just like his other wives. I called Diana. We have evidence. We can go to the police now. We can. She cut me off. Wait. If we arrest him now, we only get him for attempted murder. The other deaths are too old. The evidence is circumstantial. We need to catch him actually trying to kill Vanessa too. We need to prove the pattern. Otherwise, a good lawyer will get him off in 5 years. She was right. But that meant letting him go to Vanessa's house, letting him try to kill her, letting another woman be in danger to ensure he went to prison forever. March 29th, I followed Michael to Riverside, watched him park in Vanessa's driveway, go inside with groceries and flowers. The same routine, the same performance. Diana was already there, parked down the street with surveillance equipment. We've got audio, she said through my earpiece. He's in the kitchen. He's cooking. We listened, heard him humming, heard the sound of pots and pans. Then we heard something else, the sound of pills being crushed, a liquid being poured. Michael's voice, soft, almost to himself. Soon, Vanessa. Soon you'll be with Victoria, and I'll finally be free. I wanted to run inside, wanted to warn her. But Diana held my arm. Wait, let him serve the food. Let him try to make her eat it. That's when we have him on camera. That's when we call the police. So we waited, watched through the window, as Michael served dinner to Vanessa, watched her smile at him, trust him, love him, watched her lift the fork to her mouth. "Police, don't move," Diana had called them. Officers burst through the door. Vanessa screamed, "Drop the fork!" Michael ran, made it to the back door before two officers tackled him to the ground. He was screaming, "This is a mistake! I didn't do anything! That's my wife. We were just having dinner." But the officers already had the evidence. The food tested positive. The audio recording, the insurance policies, everything. Vanessa was hysterical. Paramedics were checking her vitals, police were reading Michael his rights, and I walked into that house. Vanessa looked at me, then at Michael, then back at me. Who is she? Michael, who is this woman? Michael wouldn't look at either of us. So I answered, "I'm Victoria Hayes, Michael's wife. We've been married for 12 years. We have a daughter named Emma, and until 2 weeks ago, I had no idea you existed." Vanessa stared at me. Then she started laughing. Not happy laughter. The kind of laughter that comes when your brain can't process reality anymore. "That's impossible. We've been married for 8 years. We have a daughter named Lily. We live here. This is our house. You're lying. You have to be lying." I showed her the marriage certificate, photos of Michael and Emma, the secret phone with all her messages. She sank to the floor, just collapsed, because in one moment her entire life had become a lie. The police took Michael away. Vanessa and I sat in her living room, two strangers who'd shared the same husband, two women who'd been married to the same man without knowing it, two mothers whose daughters had the same father and didn't know they were sisters. We talked for hours, compared stories, compared lies. She'd met him in 2016. He'd swept her off her feet, married her after 6 months. The exact same timeline as me. He told her the same stories, used the same lines, made the same promises. We were the same woman to him, interchangeable, replaceable, disposable. I need to pause again. If you're understanding the depth of this deception, comment. Double life, because what the police discovered next proved that Vanessa and I weren't the only ones. We weren't even close to the only ones. The investigation took 3 months. What they found was worse than we'd imagined. Michael, or Marcus, or Mark, or Martin had been married to 7 women. 7. 2 were dead, 5 were alive. Me, Vanessa, a woman named Veronica in Denver, a woman named Violet in Phoenix, a woman named Vivian in Seattle. All V names, all similar looking, all with daughters named variations of Emma, Emily, Ella, Eva. He created the same family 5 times, the same wife, the same daughter, the same life, over and over again. The life insurance policies existed for all 5 living wives, all dated October 1st, all for $2 million, $10 million total. The police found detailed schedules: Monday, Wednesday, Friday, me, Tuesday, Thursday, Vanessa. Saturday morning, Veronica, in Denver. Saturday night, Violet, in Phoenix. Sunday, rotating between Vivian in Seattle and whichever wife he felt like visiting. He'd been living in 5 different cities, with 5 different families, for years, and none of us knew, none of us suspected, because he'd made each of us feel like we were everything to him, like we were his whole world. The trial lasted 6 months. All 5 wives testified. We sat together in the courtroom, 5 women who looked eerily similar, all wearing the same confused, betrayed expression, all trying to understand how we'd been fooled so completely. I told the jury about finding the phone, about the insurance policies, about the poisoned food. Vanessa told them about the dinner he tried to feed her. The others told their stories, the lies, the manipulation, the narrow escapes from accidents that didn't feel accidental anymore. Michael's lawyer tried to paint us as conspirators, claimed we'd all known about each other and were working together to frame him. But the evidence was overwhelming. Financial records showing he'd been systematically draining our accounts. 7 different identities, 2 dead wives with identical insurance payouts, the audio recording of him poisoning Vanessa's food, the antifreeze in my pasta. The jury deliberated for 3 hours. Guilty on all counts, 2 counts of first-degree murder, 5 counts of attempted murder, 7 counts of bigamy, 12 counts of fraud, 26 counts of identity theft. The judge sentenced him to life without parole on each murder count, plus 140 additional years for everything else. Michael would die in prison, and the 5 of us would have to figure out how to rebuild our lives. The hardest part wasn't the trial. It was explaining to Emma why her father was never coming home. She was 7 years old. How do you tell a 7-year-old that her father tried to kill her mother, that he had 4 other families, that he was a monster who'd been pretending to be a good man? I tried to keep it simple. Daddy made some very bad choices. He hurt people. The police took him away to keep everyone safe. She cried for weeks, asked me every day when he was coming back, asked if it was her fault, asked if I was going to leave her too. Vanessa and I became friends. Strange, right? But we were the only ones who understood. We'd arranged playdates for Emma and Lily. They looked so much alike. Same dark curls, same dimples, same laugh. They were sisters biologically. But we didn't tell them. Not yet. Maybe when they're older. When they can understand. For now, Vanessa and I just supported each other, shared our trauma, helped each other heal. The other wives didn't stay in touch. Veronica moved to Canada. Violet changed her name and disappeared. Vivian sued Michael's estate for everything and won. Everyone dealt with it differently. Some wanted to forget. Some wanted revenge. Some wanted answers we'd never get. How did he do it? How did he maintain 5 separate lives? How did he remember which story to tell which wife? We'd never know. Michael refused to speak to any of us, refused to explain. Maybe the lying had become so natural to him that he didn't even remember the truth anymore. I found Michael's real identity 8 months after the trial. His birth name was Marcus Edmund Thompson. Born in Ohio in 1978, raised by a single mother who died when he was 16. No siblings, no father, no brother whose identity he'd stolen. He'd lied about everything. Even his dead brother was fiction. He'd bought the Social Security number on the dark web. Created an entirely fake backstory. The real Marcus Thompson had no criminal record, no history of violence, no explanation for why he'd become what he became. Some people are just broken. Some people are just evil. And sometimes there's no reason, no trauma to explain it, no turning point. They're just monsters wearing human faces. Comment, monster, if you're still with me, because what I'm about to tell you is why I'm making this video, why I'm sharing my story publicly, why I need you to hear this and remember it. Last month, I got a letter from prison, from Michael. I almost didn't open it, but curiosity won. It was 3 pages long, handwritten. The first 2 pages were nonsense, rambling about his childhood, claiming he'd been framed, insisting he loved all of us. But the last page was different. Victoria, you were always my favorite. The first is always special. I want you to know something. I have a brother, a real one this time. He's going to take care of you. He's going to make sure you understand what you took from me. Tell the others. Tell Vanessa. Tell Veronica. Tell Veronica. Tell Vivian. He's coming for all of you. I called the police immediately. They investigated. Michael does have a brother, David Thompson, older by 3 years. He'd been in prison himself for assault, got out 6 months ago, and according to prison records, he'd been visiting Michael every week. They'd been planning something. The guards had noted suspicious conversations, but nothing concrete enough to act on. The police put protection details on all 5 of us. But David Thompson had disappeared. No employment records, no address, no trail. He was hunting us, and we had no idea when he'd strike. 2 weeks ago, Violet was attacked in Phoenix. Someone broke into her house at night. She woke up to a man standing over her bed. He was wearing a mask, but she saw his eyes. The same eyes as Michael. She screamed. Her neighbors heard. The man ran, but police found a note on her nightstand. 1 down, 4 to go. He thought he'd killed her, but she survived. And now we all knew David Thompson was real, and he was finishing what his brother started. We made a pact, the 5 of us. We'd stay together, safety in numbers. We rented a house together in a small town in Montana. Changed our names, changed our appearances, told our daughters we were going on an extended vacation. The police said it was temporary, just until they caught David. But it's been 2 weeks, and there's been no sign of him, no sightings, no evidence. Just 5 women and 5 little girls living in a house in the middle of nowhere, waiting for a killer to find us. I'm making this video because I need people to know. I need a record. If something happens to me, to any of us, I need the world to know why. I need Emma to understand. I need people to remember our names. Victoria Hayes, Vanessa Richardson, Veronica Hart, Violet Reed, Vivian Walsh. We're not just victims. We're survivors. We're mothers. We're women who were tricked and betrayed and nearly murdered. And we're still fighting. If you're watching this and you see a man matching David Thompson's description, 6'2", brown hair, green eyes, scar on his left cheek, tattoo of a snake on his right forearm, please call the police. Don't approach him. Don't try to be a hero. This man has killed before. He'll kill again. And right now, 5 women and 5 children are in his crosshairs. Share this video. Make it go viral. The more people who see it, the harder it is for David to hide. The more eyes looking for him, the better our chances. Drop a comment if you live in Montana. If you live anywhere near small towns in the Northwest, be our eyes. Be our protection. Because the police can't be everywhere, but you can. I want to tell you, we're going to be okay. I want to say the good guys always win, but I don't know if that's true. Michael won for years. He destroyed lives, killed women, built an empire of lies, and he almost got away with it. If I hadn't found that phone, if it hadn't rung at exactly the right moment, I'd be dead. Vanessa would be dead. and Michael would be living somewhere new with wife number 8. That's what terrifies me. How many other Michaels are out there? How many men are living double lives, triple lives? How many women are married to strangers? How many families are built on lies? How do we ever trust anyone again? How do we sleep next to someone and believe they are who they say they are? Michael didn't just try to kill me. He killed my ability to trust. He killed my sense of safety. He killed the naive woman who believed in love and commitment and happily ever after. But I'm still here. That's what matters. I'm still here. Emma is still here. The 4 other wives are still here. 5 little girls are still here. We survived, and we're going to keep surviving. No matter what David Thompson has planned, no matter how long we have to hide, we're not going to let these men win. We're not going to become statistics. We're going to fight. If you've made it this far, thank you. Thank you for listening. Thank you for witnessing. Thank you for being part of our story. I want to hear from you. Have you ever felt like something was off in your relationship? Have you ever had that gut instinct that your partner was hiding something? Trust it. Investigate. Don't ignore the signs like I did for 6 months. Check the heating vents. Check the phones. Check the bank accounts. Because the person you love might be the person you should fear most. Subscribe to this channel. I'll update you if we catch David. Or if something happens, Vanessa has access to my account. So does my mother. If this is my last video, they'll let you know. They'll tell you how the story ends. But I'm hoping I'll be back here in a few weeks telling you we're safe. Telling you David is in custody. Telling you we can finally breathe again. Until then, I need you to do something for me. Look at the person you love tonight. Really look at them. Ask yourself, do I actually know this person? Or do I know the version they want me to see? Do I know their real name, their real history, their real life? Because I thought I knew Michael. I thought 12 years of marriage meant something. I thought sleeping next to someone every night meant you understood them. I was wrong, catastrophically wrong, and I almost died because of it. Don't be me. Don't trust blindly. Don't ignore red flags. Don't make excuses for behavior that doesn't add up. Ask questions. Demand answers. Investigate inconsistencies. Protect yourself. Protect your children. Because no one else will. No one else can. You are the only one who can save yourself. I saved myself. I found the phone. I investigated. I gathered evidence. I refused to be a victim. And that's why I'm still here. That's why Emma still has a mother. That's why 4 other women are still alive. Not because the police protected us, not because the system worked, but because I didn't ignore that ringing phone in the wall. Because I trusted my instincts. Because I chose to know the truth even when the truth was terrifying. My name is Victoria Hayes. I'm 38 years old. I'm the Monday, Wednesday, Friday wife who refused to die. I'm the woman who found the secret bone, who uncovered the double life, who stopped a serial killer. I'm a mother, a survivor, a fighter, and I'm sharing my story because somewhere out there is another woman married to a stranger. Another woman who has that feeling that something isn't right. This is for you. Trust yourself. Investigate. And when you find the truth, don't run from it. Use it. Fight back because your life depends on it. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being part of this community. Thank you for helping us stay safe. Keep your eyes open. Keep us in your thoughts. And if you see David Thompson, call the police immediately. Don't let him finish what his brother started. Help us survive. Help us win. I'll be back soon. I have to believe that. I have to believe we'll catch him. I have to believe Emma and I will have a normal life again someday. But until then, we fight, we hide, we survive, and we refuse to let fear win. Take care of yourselves, protect each other, and never ever ignore the ringing phone in the wall.